He's got a script.
3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Home Stretch. I'm Nina Soden with the Soden Team in North Alabama, your go-to realtor for navigating this fast-moving market with a little humor, a lot of hustle, and some real talk.
And I'm Kat Frisby with Victorian Finance, your mortgage wingwoman, here to keep your financing smart, simple, and stress-free.
Before we begin, our usual quick disclaimer. This podcast is for informational purposes only. Kat and I are licensed professionals, but we're not your attorney, financial advisor, or builder. Always consult with your trusted experts before making big decisions.
Okay, let's get into today's topic. What buyers need to know about buying new construction. There's a lot of excitement around brand new homes.
Yes.
No one's lived in it before. You get to pick out finishes and everything's shiny and modern, and let's not forget about the new home smell.
But new construction is a very different animal than buying a resale home. And if you don't know what to expect, it can cost you financially and emotionally.
So today we're pulling back the curtain, whether you're buying a home in a new development or building from the ground up. Here's what you really need to know.
First up, the timeline. With resale homes, we're typically looking at a 30 to 45 day closing. With new construction, that timeline could stretch to 6 to 10 months, sometimes even longer.
And weather delays, back orders on materials, and labor shortages can all impact that schedule. Even things like windows and garage doors can stall a project.
I always tell buyers, expect delays. If you need to be out of your current home by a certain date, make sure you have a plan B. That could mean temporary housing or negotiating a longer lease.
And if you're financing the build, your rate lock will likely expire before the home is finished. You might need a longer term lock with a float down option, or you could end up relocating or relocking at a higher rate later. That's a big conversation to have on early.
One of the biggest surprises for buyers is that builder contracts are not the same as standard contracts we use in real estate, in resale. Builders use their own custom contracts written by their legal team.
Which means there are often clauses that heavily favor the builder, like flexibility to change your closing date, materials, even the floor plan in some cases.
And don't assume you can make unlimited changes once construction starts. Some builders have strict cutoff dates for customization. Others charge hefty change order fees.
So read the contract carefully, and if you're building a custom or semi-custom home, consider having a real estate attorney look it over. You don't want surprises later.
I cannot stress this enough. Even though the home is new, you still need a home inspection. Preferably two. One pre-drywall and one final.
A pre-drywall inspection lets your inspector look at what's behind the walls, wiring, plumbing, insulation, framing. Once the drywall goes up, those mistakes are hidden.
We've seen everything from improperly installed HVAC systems to missing insulation or plumbing lines not properly secured. Builders are managing multiple projects at once. It's easy for something to be missed.
And a good inspector will create a punch list you can take to the builder before closing. That's your chance to get things fixed on their dime, not yours.
Let's talk money. Kat, what happens if the appraisal doesn't match the price of the home?
That's a good question. This happens more often than you think, especially in brand new neighborhoods. If the home appraises for less than the contract price, we've got a problem.
The lender will only loan you money based on the appraised value, not the contract price.
That means the buyer may have to bring extra cash to the table, the difference between the appraised value and the purchase price, or try to negotiate with the builder.
But here's the thing. Builders don't always negotiate, especially if the neighborhood is hot and they have other buyers lined up.
So you need to go in with some cushion financially and a team that knows how to handle those conversations if they come up.
Another common surprise? Upgrades.
The model home usually has all the bells and whistles, premium floors, crown molding, quartz countertops, extra lighting, and those aren't included in the base price.
I always tell my clients, ask the builder for a list of what's standard and what's extra. and get pricing in writing.
And from a lending perspective, not every upgrade can be rolled into your loan. If you're adding a privacy fence, irrigation system, or a deck, the builder may require that be paid out of pocket before closing.
So budget wisely. It's easy to get carried away in the design center.
One of the nice perks of new construction is the builder warranty, but know what's covered and for how long.
Most builders offer a 1-year warranty on workmanship and longer warranties like 10 years on structural components. But the fine print matters.
And don't skip your final walkthrough. That's your opportunity to catch cosmetic flaws, sticky doors, chipped paints, or anything that isn't working as it should.
This is sometimes called the blue tape walkthrough. Bring blue painter's tape or get it from the builder and mark every issue. Be picky. This is your one chance to have it addressed before you move in.
Buying new construction can be an incredible experience, but it's not without complexity. You need a lender who understands how to navigate extended timelines, rate locks, construction requirements, and builder policies.
And a realtor who's not afraid to advocate for you. Ask the right questions and make sure your contract protects you, not just the builder.
So to recap, new construction takes longer. Plan ahead. Builder contracts are different and more complex. Read everything. Inspections still matter. Do both pre-drywall and the final. Appraisal gaps are real. Budget for the unexpected. Upgrades add up, and not all are financeable. Warranties and walkthroughs are your final line of defense.
If you're thinking about buying new, let us know. We'll help you navigate every step of the process like pros.
All right, next week on the home stretch, we're diving into pricing your home right in today's market. Why it matters, how to avoid common mistakes, and what today's buyers are really looking for.
You will not want to miss it. Subscribe, share, and drop us a review if you've been loving the series.
Thanks for hanging out with us. See y'all next time on the home stretch.
Bye, friends. That is great advice.